Scorpio, and welcome to Days of Our Lives Tarot Tales. Let's take a look at the story that wants to come out for your energy. In my pre shuffling, the theme that wants to come across for this story is one of a person who seems to be struggling with accepting that an idea or an ability that they have is good enough. I feel like this is a person who is very, very conscientious of everything that they do to the point of maybe even being overly critical, which can become a crippling thing. And I feel like it could be because at a deep level, at a core level, this person wants to try to make themselves fit in with an accepted idea of how one should present themselves, how one should go about doing things, because it's more sure to be successful. I feel like this person could have lots of really good ideas. This could be a very innovative individual if they allowed themselves to truly express that and go after those things to make them into a reality. I feel like what's behind this, at the root of this, is a fear of success. I feel like this person may be afraid that if they were to go outside of the box and to follow this guiding light that's within them, that's telling them to be silly, be the weird person, be that person that's eccentric, that if it actually works and it's truly successful, then I feel that this person would have to admit to themselves that they've been playing it safe and that maybe they should have followed that guidance and whatever dream it was that they had that they were not listening to. Looking at the cards, I'm seeing that this individual has somewhat been blocking their own success, and that somewhere at a very deep subconscious level, they know this. And so, because of that, it would be helpful for them to get a neutral observer who can help them see what it is that they've been missing within themselves, someone who can encourage them and give them that little push that they need to step out on a limb and try to do something different. I see that the way that this person has been doing things has not really been working for them, but rather than admit that what they're doing is not the most fruitful way of going about using their energy, they'd rather just kind of hunker down and do more of it than to acknowledge that what they're doing may not be the best. Um, this could be just ego, just quite frankly, a sense of needing to kind of be right, even almost to your own detriment. And so, getting this neutral observer who can come in could be very helpful for this individual. So, let's take a look at the two characters who are in our story. So, our first individual we have here, this is a person of action. This is someone who thrives in making things happen. And I feel like this is a person who, on their own, is uh, they're very in tune with their own intuition and taking these urges or ideas that they have and making them express themselves creatively or taking action on them, even if it's a small thing. I feel like this person is not afraid to fail. They're not afraid to look silly. They're not afraid for whatever it is that they're taking action on, that they get this inspiration on, for it to be something small. In fact, I think this person thrives in this kind of energy because they're able to pick out the things that on the surface may look like small things or things that will take a lot of work, or they're very, I'm almost hearing infantile, but not in a negative way, but just in very new and needing a lot of work. This person is able to really pick up on intuitively things that are good ideas that other people might pass on, or that other people may not be able to see all the way through the development of. So, this could also be a person who works with people. I'm hearing like a headhunter or something, someone who works with others to help them develop their ideas because they have a strong sense of being able to pick up what's going to work. Now, our second person, I feel like this is the individual that was being spoken about in our pre theme. And this person is very guarded, um, looking over their shoulder. I feel like this person may have been burned, and that this is why they are so slow to, I feel like work with others maybe. And so they're kind of holding on to, I've got the Nine of Wands card. So it's like they're holding on to whatever it is that they're doing, even if they're not sure it's going to work, because it's the only thing that they can depend on. I feel like this is causing this person's inspiration and creativity to be blocked. It prevents them from taking action that could be very fruitful, because they don't want to take the risk of being disappointed. They're trying to lessen their chances of what they might perceive as a failure or a flop, or having something work out the way that they want it to. So the conflict between these two characters is that they are not able to come together, make something happen. And I feel like this could be some type of project or idea that they're supposed to be working on. And they're having difficulty communicating in order to make this happen. And what needs to happen here to fix this is for them to really work on the relationship between the two, because I feel like this sense of being hurt, maybe betrayed, maybe even having had some ideas stolen, is causing this second character to really put up a wall that's preventing any forward movement. But I feel like whatever it is that's needing to be expressed and created, that this is something that has an enormous potential to just be not only an expression of creativity and hope, but something that will give creativity and hope to others. I feel like it's divinely guided. The advice for this is really for the person that's an action taker, who's able to nurture ideas, to focus on nurturing the person, the relationship between the person that you're working with, because doing that will allow them to kind of tear down that wall just a little bit and open up just enough space so that you can build a rapport where you can bounce ideas off of this person, help them to see things in a different light, so that you can then take a joint action together to make this idea into a reality, even if it's small to start, because that effort that you put into building that rapport and that relationship will power you through all the bumps and highs and lows of getting this thing to come to reality. All right, Scorpio, that is what I have for you for this story. Thank you for joining me on Days of Our Lives Tarot Tales, and I will see you on the next video.